diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I've been so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Good. Waiting. 53. Here we go.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing now is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Let's go.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
There we go. Back.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Allen. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen is going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Austin Eckler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10, running with Howard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
To throw is Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott Good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, Eckler. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
56 right there. 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass. Tighten up. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Tight dog. Check safety.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Allen going to throw. And it's caught. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. This is Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The kick by Bryant is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
49.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. That's caught by Howard. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wentz on target there to Jeffrey, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, let's go. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mike's 49. Mike's 40. 82. Check.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain there of 21 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Try to punch it in with Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get some.
He's got him in, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Allen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Tony Pollard. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
A final shot before half for Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And that's caught by Beasley.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now still just the 1 incompletion, 16 of 17. It's first down. Here's Wentz to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, it's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go counter with Howard. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a play fake. Wentz. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. 180. Hey, check. 40, 82, 40.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To the air. Allen. Pass caught. It's the rookie from Ole Miss, Dawson Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got this down to the 35. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, it's Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. Ooh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, exit. Line's 49.
Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give them 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, he's going deep for Brown. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Here's Allen to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Howard. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and inches, Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing now is Allen. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. Back man. 280. 49. Check it back.
They'll run from the pistol with Howard as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go with Howard again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 20.
The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Back to throw. Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy.